Hey, Hogs Twins here. Listen up. Please help CJ Sky Live from the Joe Rogan Review. Yeah, support a great cause by donating to CJ Sky Live's charity bus tour on GoFundMe.com. Yeah, you can learn more info by following CJ Sky Live on all social media platforms. Yeah, the best part is you can watch the whole adventure live. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? CJ Sky at CJ Sky Live and the Joe Rogan Review. Very, very special guest today. DePaul St.James, producer, director, comedian, all things above and under. And my co-host, as always, Two Step in the house, coming at us from Houston today. Where are you at, DePaul? You in Houston or LA?
If I tell you, I have to kill you, but I already didn't tell you.
Hey, man, I'm not part of any of the protesting or rioting. So I'm sitting in the hills, brother. I'm under a rock.
I feel you.
This banner behind me travels. Okay. I can always look like wherever I want to be at. I can look like I'm there.
And Indy.
Oh, yeah, Indy's doing his Twitch now. He's on the Twitch thing. He started Twitch yesterday. He's like, yeah, you got to come on and follow me. I'm like, I don't even know what Twitch is, dude.
Are you talking of TikTok, you might say?
No, Twitch, man.
Twitch TV.
Twitch? What is Twitch?
It's the new one.
Oh, oh my God! It's just
Look, dude. You know that Andy, DJ Andy, is like Baby D in Friday. Know about all the new tricks coming up. Know about the cupcakes with the confetti.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Like,
we got some new
social media out
Indy like that, man.
It's got you know what I'm saying, huh, DePaul?
Yeah,
shout out to International ND, man. You can't do them like that, man.
Oh, man. So, you run between LA and Houston. I know, back and forth. Interesting combo. I thought about doing that. It looks more like I'll be doing LA to Chicago or Vegas to Chicago or Austin to Chicago, wherever Joe decides to go. But tell us, how did you end up? You were born in Houston?
Originally born in Phoenix, Arizona, and I grew up in Houston. Yes, sir. I ain't been there since I was about 2 years old, but
you're not missing nothing.
Hey, I heard about Scottsdale though, but I don't know. I grew up in Houston.
Your family
raised in like A-Leaf, Texas.
Shout out to the A-Leaf district.
So is your family's in Houston, right?
Yeah, we're a little scattered around. I grew up in West Houston after A-Leaf. Yeah, we just H-Town, you know how it goes down. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how it goes.
A-Leaf's a pretty tough district back in the day.
Yeah. It ain't no joke.
Yeah.
But
what are you talking about, Two-Step? You grew up in the suburbs.
I grew up in the suburbs of
Chicago, which are super nice. It's like the Woodlands on speed.
I used to be a paper boy back in my day, before the papers started disappearing.
You're stealing the papers you were throwing? Would you have Smokey behind you picking up the papers you was throwing?
We were remarketing the material for a higher price.
Oh,
that's about it.
Say, what'd you do? Go up to the door and say, your paper boy didn't show up today, so I decided, here you go, would you like to buy one?
No, you know the Chicago hustle. We just took the whole bag and went to the L train and dumped it all out for $1 a pop.
Swag.
Yeah, man. That hustle.
Those are the days back when you can hustle off of anything.
Right.
So born in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
When you started, did you go out to LA because of your wanting to get into producing and directing and all the different things that you do? Like, did you just think LA is the mecca of that, and that's why you went out there?
I mean, the real story is I was always creative. I hang out with a group of dudes that we're super talented in our crafts, but we just all kind of like, we're good at too many different things. So that's why you ain't seeing us do just one thing. We're working on mastering multiple things other than just, it's just like some light skin shit, you know. Most people won't get it.
Hold up. Pause. Take on the play, Fat Yards back. Hold up. Now, I might be dark skinned, but I come from a large family of light skinned people.
Yeah.
So I get the drift.
Yeah.
Are you sure that you come from that the light skinned people you actually come from them?
Yeah, you know what? I kind of thought I was adopted because of my dad, but come to find out, after we did several blood tests and the names are related, I stand on it fully.
Okay. That's what we do here, baby. We just keep it real.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
We just keep it real.
I gotta go to shoot shots.
I can't wait, man, until Thursday. Thursday, I got this dude on. He's actually Ron Freeman. Do you know him?
I heard about him.
I met that dude a long time ago, and when I was with actually DJ ND. I think we was probably at Lumen. He was having a big birthday bash or something, or you just graduated from law school. I don't remember something. So I met him like 4 or 5 years ago, and we were just Facebook friends. And then a couple of days ago, I seen like he posts some stuff. I don't really pay attention to people post on Facebook too much, you know. I really just go on there and post. I don't really look at other people's stuff.
Yeah.
But my stuff, I was doing this interview, man, and I got done with it, and I looked at my Facebook, and I had like 67 messages, and I was like, what the hell? Well, he had gotten like on a post that I posted or reposted from my brother, actually. He got on there and said something, and then all my hillbilly friends from Texas got on there and said something, and they was going at it, man. And so I finally, you know, got on there, and I just was trying to keep it cool with everybody, and you know, I'm pretty good at seeing all sides.
Yeah.
But you know, I'd let my feelings be known. But so then I was thinking about it, and he said, well, we're just not going to agree on here. And I said, yeah, you're right. So come on the show.
Yeah, come on,
yeah.
Come on with it.
Come on over. And so
it's definitely a hot platform.
Yeah, and so I would shout out to all you guys, man. My you know, I had started new Instagrams and all that here in the last couple of weeks. My new Instagram, we picked up over 1,000 followers just yesterday, and the Joe Rogan Review picked up 490 today when we went live on the show. So.
Damn,
peace and love, man. Peace and love. I appreciate all that for sure. That's how
fire. More fire. More fire.
But and so I was talking to Two Step, and I said, you know, this is the perfect one. We got to make sure that you co-host, because anything, you know, the way the world works is anything that I say against that movement, it's just because I'm white and racist. It's just
you got to call a spade a spade.
So,
you know?
So I said, great. So, and I know that Two Step's opinion and Ron's is opposite. I'm really in the middle of the two. And so I thought, well, you know, you can't, I mean, I guess you can call him racist, but, you know.
Yeah, oh, damn. Come on now.
So.
We got a lot of stories based off of dealing with the same type of issues. I grew up mixed race. I mean, I'm still mixed race.
Yeah.
But determining who you can hang out with based off of growing up in Texas it was an obstacle. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't have an advantage. I mean, I did. I had a hell of an advantage, and I capitalized on that advantage. I'm really good with people. I mean, I work on talking to people every damn day. So my whole point is to make people understand my story and try to grow from it and then learn from my mistakes, that kind of stuff.
Moved to Texas, and I moved in with my aunt because my uncle just died and she didn't have any kids. And I used to spend some of my summers there on the ranch and stuff. And it was a total culture shock. One, you know, going from Chicago to rural Texas. And for two, they were pretty wealthy. So that, you know, that was all different, but we didn't have a lot of, it was pretty much white cowboys at my school. We had a couple, I mean, there were Hispanic and maybe, you know, 1 or 2% Hispanic. and then we had about 5 black guys that were really good at football. So you could tell that they got moved across the railroad tracks to play football. And actually 3 of those 5 ended up in the NFL. So shout out to Derek Lagway. Shout out to Walter, all you guys, man. But it never even occurred to me. Like, I grew up with so many like different cultures and races around me. It was pretty mixed. I was there, and I told my aunt, I said, hey, I got to be really good friends with this kid Dexter that I played football with, and we were both going off of the basketball team. I said, football just ended. I said, hey, come over to the house, man. I got a new hoop, man, and so I told my aunt, hey, tomorrow Dexter's going to come over. Can he just, ride with us back from school? And she's like, well, tell me about it. And I said, and so she basically said, well, I'll take you guys but she found out he was black. He said, she'll say, I'll take you guys to the park so you guys can play there. And I was like, what? Huh? Like, it did just totally, like, it blew my mind, man. And it wasn't that she was racist. She was just afraid of what the neighbors would say. That's all it was about what the neighbors would say, because there just wasn't.
Yeah, I can imagine at that time she had to be politically correct,
Oh,
yeah, and actually, Two-Step, you've met her, right?
Yeah, she's real poised. I met her. She's I didn't perceive her as being racist.
No,
I just
she's close to 80.
Yeah, but the eyes tell you a lot about a person's soul. Whether they're 12 or whether they're 100.
Yeah,
and I believe in being politically correct in all fashions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because coming from my environments, coming through the things that I've been through, I'm not even going to begin to speak of them. I don't even think they have enough time. But I'll say the experience of racism and bias I think there's no base to it. I think that's given everybody that has insecurities a security. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And it's more to be said, because it's a vehement topic. It's emotion within it. Because people that haven't been scarred by that, and people that have been scarred due to racism, they hold 2 different planes. Like me, I haven't been scarred by racism. You know what I'm saying? But I've come through the muck. I've been through the mud.
Right.
So I can see both planes. You know what I'm saying? And then I can't see how both sides can relate. You know what I'm saying? If I take it as two different gangs. If 2 different gangs can relate, I believe a racist and a non-racist can relate to some point of fashion. Just because your pigmentation might be have more melanin than the other, I don't think it holds any difference in character, though. You know what I'm saying? In honor,
Right. St. James, have you been out in LA much during the COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the reasons I thought of you and wanted to get you on was a couple of about 2 months ago it was announced that Joe Rogan Experience was going to be moving to Spotify. It was this big news about $100 million deal, and then and they were kind of just starting to loosen up on some things. Some cities weren't. They were opening and closing the beaches and all that. Joe pretty much got fed up and said, I'm going to move the show. And then in the next episode, he said that he was going to move it to Austin. He hasn't made that. That's not like an official thing at this point, but it just, based on what he said. Then Joey Diaz here recently last week said, that basically downtown LA has just become ran over, like it looks like The Walking Dead, and now the mayor's putting porta potties underneath each bridge.
It's scary. It's scary.
Antoine Bolden, who I had on the show about 3 months ago, he on that show, he lives in the San Diego area. He was saying, no way I'd ever move, no way I'd ever move. But he spends a lot of his time working in LA, and he has now decided. He just announced that he is. I'm sorry. He does live in LA. I'm sorry. He announced that he's going to be moving to San Diego. He's no longer wants to live in LA. So can you give us like just a little background of like what's the environment there right? Not politically so much, but what's the everyday environment just for a normal guy walking around there? What's making it so bad for the general public that's moving? We'll get into the businesses in a minute, but just from your point of view.
I'm gonna be real straight up honest with you. I have not really been out. Like, I've been in my own zone. I've been in like a cave, if you want to say. Like, I'm in the zone. I'm taking it to the next level. I don't believe most of the stuff that's in the media. So I try not to follow much of it. And I just literally just like, you know what I mean? I take myself out of that kind of situation. But to answer your question, it's just like a newer version of what it was back when the Rodney King stuff, you know, it's just history repeating itself. And you don't really know who to trust at the end of the day. I mean,
so what's more of the issue in LA right now then? Is it the COVID, or is it the protesting and rioting?
I mean, it's both. It's both. It's the COVID has initiated these things for people to speak their voice, because we're always being censored by something. I mean, in the system, we're censored in so many different ways, and for you to have a voice, it comes with a price. So you can't just say what you want to say sometimes, and I think that's part of being able to, you know, see what's going on, recognize that history is repeating itself, and to have a different approach to fixing the madness. But yeah, I honestly, I can't really speak on it, because I mean, I'm moving around a lot. I'm all over the country right now.
I see you grinding. I see you grinding from afar. I can see the determination in your eyes, Pete. I remember when we last met at Lumen, you know, you was coming in on the comedian side too, though. You was doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you expound on that for me? Tell me how you've been doing on the comedian side. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you've been coming up with, man.
My thing about the comedian is I've been doing a lot of the writing and experience. I feel like I can't just give everybody all that. You know what I mean? I'm really, really on it. I'm really writing. I mean, we can laugh and joke all day. We can shoot the shit, you know, but I feel like everything that you can do creatively, you can get $1 behind it. And not so much just to make a profit off of your art. I just think that people should be more aggressive with it. Like, yo, this is my art, so I'm not gonna give it to you for free. It's like Jay-Z. He didn't rap for just anybody. Like,
oh Lord.
You know what I mean? I got people that I had in my life for like 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? That they're always there for me, because they know that I'm a real ass motherfucker. And I don't want to give that away. But I'm definitely writing. I'm definitely learning, picking up from, you know, other comedians. I study a lot of different comedians. But Chappelle, you know, he's a king, man. You can't really touch Chappelle. But the thing about it is he encourages people to tell their side. You know what I mean? It's our job. I could quote him. Like, he says, he's like, it's our job to be able to tell it is how it is. So I'm saying, like, you definitely need to respect yourself and be able to speak your mind. And I think that's what's happening with the whole COVID thing. Not to go off from all this other shit. My bad. I'm not used to talking.
That's perfect, man. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear your view of the world.
Yeah. So if you want to, I feel like if you're driving in from another city to go to LA, I think that's reasonable. You can see, you still feel a lot of love out there. People just want to be, you know, they want to be able to pay their bills and enjoy, you know, the moments. And I think that's what it's about right now. Because you know, the COVID and the protesting, I stand behind it. You know, I do say Black Lives Matter all day. We was always saying that. I just think that we're all together on this. So we all gotta just, you know, stay focused on speaking your minds, speak the truth. Yeah.
I say we all together, but because it's history repeating itself in every aspect. It's just a different fashion now. It's just clothes different. The propaganda's just clothes different. That's all it is. The riots, the burning. It's just now they're giving you a reason to wear a mask.
Well, one of the interesting things that comes up with my stepmom, and one of the things, you know, I mean, she like for you guys out there that don't know, she had a stroke, palsy stroke here a couple of weeks ago, and she so please prayers for her. But she talks a lot about the second rapture, and you know how the Bible talks about these times and the things that are happening. I pose back, and she's not the only one I've heard say that. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's the end of times," but I pose back that don't you think the people during the Great Depression thought the same thing? Don't you think the people during Hitler thought the same thing? I mean, this isn't the first time. Don't you? I mean, the people during the Civil War, during civil rights. I mean, we've had bad times. I think. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I've whether you're with Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter, or you're like me and you are with No Lives Matter. You want to say that this is the first time, like you look back to civil rights, you didn't see thousands of white people marching with Black people or Asian people or Puerto Rican people. This is the first time in history that you've really seen. Now you got some guys on the far left and the far right, and because of politics the way they are right now, that's a huge divide that are definitely hurting us all getting on the same page. But I definitely think this is the first time we've seen that joint support and so many people walking together. Now, if numbskulls would keep their head and not take it as a time to riot and destroy their own neighborhoods and, you know, attack police and we could really, I think we could really do something as long as the people, when they listen to the media focuses on the few. You know, they're not down there burning cities, and I mean, you're talking about, look at the size of Houston. There's a riot on one corner and one block of 100 people, and 4 million people live there. And there's lots of city blocks. There's thousands of city blocks. But you know, the media is just going to focus on, oh, we got this huge riot right on the corner, and you know, that's what they like to do, and it multiplies so fast and so quickly because of social media now. But I really do think that there's a lot of good people of all races that are all working together. We don't all agree on all issues, but it's the same thing that I told Ron Freeman the other day. We don't have to agree on all issues. We need to agree on one issue, and that's being one person.
So I say that, right? This is my point of view on it, right? It's just like, to me, honestly, I take life as a cartoon, no joke. When I wake up in the morning, I see it, like, to keep my imagination, my creativity, I see life as a cartoon. And I done seen this, out of my 30-some odd years, I done seen this same story. This like Seinfeld, but they just different, excuse me. So it's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what the majority want. You still going with the minority. You know what I'm saying? You believe in the minority is the majority. Like they say, we might be the minority. No, we're the majority. The majority of people are loving, caring, Puerto Ricans, white. It's like, I don't like putting labels because that put individuality and that put section and groups on people. Yeah. So I don't even want to use their language. But I say, everybody, that's for everybody, know what we need to do. So to go off of media, to go off of social media, which is everybody's sheep, and like to say something on social media is to cause a brush fire in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Whether you could destroy someone or create someone. Yeah. So it's like, they be like Black Lives Matter. It ain't no question. It's the same story. Now you just put a different label on it. Now you reconvincing yourself of something else. You know what I'm saying? If you go like my man said, like my brother said, from the civil rights movement, from the loitering laws they made in 1889, the loitering and vagrancy laws. You know what I'm saying? For for release slaves and all these things. It's the same story, the same pattern. And they still doing the same thing. They get an opportunity, they tearing shit up, they burning shit. And then not the fact, there's no reason to justify that, because I'm from the trenches. I done been through too much. I'm talking about prison. I'm talking about success, self-made success. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me nothing. So when I see one of my guys out there, one of my brothers, no matter who you are, white, black, Puerto Rican, if you need a sandwich, I'm gonna give it to you. If I see you doing some goofy, I'm like, I ain't supporting that. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, the media's they're gonna show you what's negative. They're gonna try to stray you away. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's a vehement topic. Every time I talk about it, I get emotional because everybody say like, all Black lives matter. You know what I'm saying? My life matter. You know what I'm saying? Of course I'm Black. It ain't no question. My man life matter. Of course, he's right. But you don't know nobody's struggle. So how can you say a particular group of people lives matter? Okay, yeah, I know my life matter. I'm gonna show you my life matter. I showed you my life matter. Yeah. So just like you, my brother, you sure, like you said, Joe, if I'm gonna share my talent to society, I feel I should get some type of beneficial value. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel I should get some type of beneficial value.
Don't give it away, man. Don't give all that writing away. You give it to me.
I wholeheartedly believe in that. Because I believe my conversation, every word, every verb, every adverb is worth something. It's money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we showing our value as each other. So I'm gonna support you whether you in Mexico in the trenches or in Canada on the hill. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, but we know the type of men and caliber we are, just like CJ Scott know the type of man and caliber he is. You know what I'm saying? It's not us to vocalize these things. You know what I'm saying? Signs are symbol for the conscious mind. Pay attention, you know what I'm saying, to what you're not seeing.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to say, oh, I don't see color, and and that. And I think it's bullshit. Everybody sees color. Everybody sees different. Doesn't mean I see color, but I just don't see it any different than me. Other than he saves money on the tanning bed, and I don't understand why he gets tattoos. But I mean, so there's a couple things about that. But I met this dude on a corner.
Pain-free.
Met him on a corner, just randomly after. He's all about selling anything. Like he says, he don't want to give nothing away for free. So he was working at corner hard.
CJ, when you met me, what did I have on when you met me, man?
Look, this dude.
What did I have on?
I met this dude. Stop. I met this dude on a corner after a Drake and Migos concert, and I was like, "What are you doing, man?" And we exchanged a couple words, and he was with a couple of like college girls and guys and some lame dudes, some crack dudes. And
there you go, guys.
I said, I know the owner and the bouncer and all that over at Bar Live. At Bar Live, he said, I'm going with you. And this dude went with me, and he ain't left my side in a year and a half. In real, hasn't left my side. This dude's picked me up off the floor. I went through the toughest time of my year, toughest year of my life personally. Business is good, but I literally, personally, I barely held it together. I'm not afraid to say I had to go check into a hospital a few times. I was suffering from severe depression. Dude, it was a rough year. But from the corner to today, even cities away, I call this dude, man, and he calls me, and I just told my daughter he's coming to see me on Wednesday up here in Chicago. And I just told my oldest daughter, Kaylee, that he was coming, and she started crying. So that's how much my kids love him, man. And I hate to see all this hate, man. I really do. Because if we can get, excuse me, man, if we could get past that, man, you could have the you might be missing the love of your life, man, because of color, or
never know.
Best friend you'll ever have because he's got dreads. It's just the most retarded, stupidest stuff. And if you can start to overcome that, man, and whatever, I don't know what the solution is. I really don't. We got to quit being petty. for one.
That's it.
Quit being tic-tac, quit listening to the media's BS. But I really do. I love you, brother, man. If I hadn't said it out loud before, man, I love you. You've been there for me, man, and you know, I hope that my biggest hope is I've been as good a friend for you as you have been for me, and and we continue that way, and that's how I am with everybody, man. Just randomly meet people, and I know right off the bat if we're gonna be friends forever or not. And, I knew when I met you, man, that we had a connection. That someday we were gonna do something together, and do something big. And I truly still believe that you know, something's gonna come across the table that's gonna work and click for both of us. And you know,
it's happening right now.
Yeah.
Yes, you know.
Right.
I appreciate the opportunity, man. I mean, it definitely, you know, we met once. We had a hell of a night. I mean, it was at Lumen. I remember we were having a few drinks, DJ Indy in the back, getting it, and we were just vibing. And I mean, I remember like 75% of the stories, man. You know.
Yeah,
we could talk about those later if you want, but
yeah. But I remember if I the next morning remember and ask for your information, then we definitely vibe, because I asked the next morning. I was like, "Hey, Indy, you gotta hook me up, man, dude. I gotta give me his contact information." So those times are rare. Usually it's two-step over there telling me who you remember who you met last night? No.
You know, one thing I believe, some people they don't have to make an impression. You know, some people go through their life trying to make impression, like, and I believe some people go through life nonchalantly making the biggest impressions on people. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, shout out to my man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel your character speak values like that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
Because we was rocking and rolling, and gonna still rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you got planned, man? What's on the horizon? I know everything's so just up in the air with Corona that, you know, it's hard to really make any plans. I know I had a plan that I was going to get rolling here in August, and that's, you know, we pushed that to January, but which is good actually. I was rushing into it, and because, you know, of the space here, I've been able to take the seat back, and really, it was really one idea, and we were going to do one thing, and now it's kind of become not only something that we could do, you know, 3 or 4 ways that are money, but also a very good dear cause to me. I started a group called the Dad's Rights Initiative, and so in addition, as we travel the country, I want to be able to stop in and document and talk and help dads that are you know, not getting a fair shake and can't afford an attorney and things like that. And we've actually already been able to pay for 3 dads to fight to see their kids. And for you people out there that don't know, you know, the most expensive court experience that you'll ever go through is family court. And I mean, you're looking anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 to fight in family court, and most guys can't afford that. So through our foundation that I started, we're able to do that. And so I want to continue with that, with this bus tour that I just now said out loud. So yeah, with our bus tour. But no, we man, it's looking, this bus tour looking really good, multifaceted. We're hitting fights. We're hitting fights for like Dana White. For Dana White.
You're giving them too much. You're giving them too much.
We'll be coming to a local fight near you. We're hitting the comedy clubs.
Is this live?
Hitting the comedy club is live. Hitting the comedy clubs. I'm gonna be up there.
Oh, this is live. You can't give them too much of that. That's too much promo.
Hey, you know when I get a real good joke, who I send it to? You. Every once in a while, I get like 2 or 3 that I think are really good, and I'll send to you. But no, yeah, just writing it down, just doing it. But yeah, I mean, DJ ND's gonna be on there. DJ Expo is gonna be on there. We, just doing their thing. I actually found a custom made stage that goes over a bus. So we, with all this stuff we were talking about, just rolling up in a parking lot and throwing up a concert. And I mean, so we got some live stuff going, man. Video we're gonna video everything. Everybody gonna be able to see everything. Everybody thought the real world.
Hey man, we coming for Rock Nation, man. Oh my mama, we coming for Rock Nation. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying no more. We coming for Rock Nation, fam.
Yeah, and I think like the thing that would be great about what we're doing is, while we're doing this, we're helping other people, but is that you're just gonna have a bunch of people that love each other. Most of the time you get these shows and yeah, they become friends by the end of the show, but they don't necessarily, they didn't come into it with that love and that relationship and wanting, and then you don't have like people that are with us. I've seen it throughout the last few years, or a few years to several years, is that we're always striving for each other to do better. And like I said, I had between the last 2 days, I had a 1,500 Instagram day. That's not my dude over here ain't getting jealous. I mean, he's not like, oh man, this
I don't know. I don't even know about this shit.
But you seen on like Jersey Shore, man, them people, they're supposed to be friends, and they were like just so competitive with each other, man. And I'm competitive to make you succeed. Anything I can do to make my brother, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good.
Let me say this, because I don't got followers on phones. I got followers in real life. Like, I go out to a grocery store, I literally got followers in the grocery store. So I don't know about like Instagram. They like that's phony. Like even my associates, they like my brother. He could tell you like I got followers out. So I'm like, I don't know about that. I want my brother to murder the game, but I'm coming for Rock Nation.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, you better. You know what I pictured when you said I got followers out there? Is the dude, the little like homeless dude from Friday? Smokey's always taking a shit.
That's how you feel.
That dude. That's what I imagine. Easel or whatever his name was. I imagine him like following you.
I ain't gonna tell nobody else now.
Yeah. Smokey back here taking a shit.
Oh man. Exactly.
Yeah, so we got we got some things going on over on this side, and we got some backdoor talk the last couple of days about bringing in another guy that would I think fill a really good spot on that tour. We're missing that creativity guy. Actually, I shouldn't say that because that's an insult to Two-Step, because he's very creative, man, too. Super creative. You should see the cartoon he's been working on. DJ ND and DJ
One thing I do know,
you got everybody in there.
One thing I do know is is 1 + 1 is 2.
Much creative. I think I'm pretty good at ideas. Putting that into to play. I miss that middle part. I'm the starter and the finisher. The middle stuff I'm not so great at, but that's why I carry a mic with me everywhere I go.
I believe we just need a big fun factory. You know what I'm saying? Not like Rob.
We're not putting a pole on the bus. No pole on the bus.
I saw that pole on the bus, boy.
Yeah, we ain't keeping a pole on the bus.
Hey, listen. I don't need no pole. I don't. Listen. I can't do pull-ups on it. It wasn't me. I need a pull-up bar. That's it.
Dude, you just sent me like 10 pictures yesterday from the strip club.
Wasn't me, man. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Wait, it wasn't something. Wasn't me. I wasn't there.
It's live.
Had it on the counter. Wasn't there.
No. I was Shaggy, man. It wasn't me.
Huh? Yeah, right.
No, but definitely, it all sounds dope. I'm down to keep chopping it up with y'all. I feel like I got a lot to say and I got a lot to listen to. I got a lot to learn. And I'm willing to teach what I know, you know what I'm saying? I know some stuff.
Yeah.
So
I just I think we have a great opportunity right here right now to put something amazing together. We got the platform, man. I don't know where it happened or how it happened or where it came from. I've had probably 15 in this month, probably 15 celebrity endorsements. It's just been, I had Tara Reid yesterday, I think.
Shout out to Tara Reid. Shout out to Tara Reid.
Shout out, baby girl. Shout out to you. I love you. See you soon. Just a disclaimer to everybody: I am still available. just because she's my baby girl, don't mean I'm tied up.
All right now.
But no, I mean, Forrest Griffin a couple times, ran into the Natural Couture, the Hodge twins, Mankind.
Shout out Mankind. Shout out Mankind.
Dana White, Chuck Liddell, Matt Hughes. I mean, it's been overwhelming. I sent out one email a month ago to my contact list to maybe get a little support, and it got so big so fast that I didn't want to put them all out there. I wanted to, so I just started saving them. I figured I'll spread them over time because this is all good. I had like 3 of them, and I was like, I'll do one each month. And then the next thing I know, I got another 7, and so then I took the opportunity, which this is what it really turned into. That is great, and you show. I mean, it just shows you how God works. Is I got tired of hearing follow CJ Sky and Joe Rogan Review. So, I decided I would connect it with people that were doing good things in our community, other charities. And so now we've gotten involved with the Rooftop Angels. The last couple of shout outs I got, I had them, mention our show.
Shout out to Rooftop Angels.
Shout out to Rooftop Angels. My boy Brad Ford.
Shout out Brad. Shout out Brad.
And for everybody who doesn't know, Rooftop Angels, they're an organization that raises money to provide funds and training for smaller fire departments that can't afford the training that the big city officers get. It's important that they're trained not only for their safety, but ours as well. So I love what they're doing. And there's no employees there. It's 100%. All the money's going to something good. But just saying that's how God works, man. I've used this opportunity of the overwhelming loving support that I got that I'm so grateful for. But I've used that to now help 3 other charities. And you keep doing that, man. Pay it forward.
Yes, sir.
Proof it all comes back, man.
Yes, sir. Gotta get back.
Absolutely. So you're in LA. You're cooped up in a cave. You're like, so I couldn't figure out, like, that's one of the things that Joe was talking about actually yesterday. He said that he used to go to downtown LA, or he said he hadn't been down there in years, but there was nothing in downtown LA for, forever. And I spent a little time there, but he said he went down there the other day because things are kind of, he heard that things were, doing well. And Danny Trejo's got a famous donut shop down there. So him and the kids on a Sunday trying to figure out what they're going to do, said, hey, let's get together and go to the donut shop. And so they went down there, and he said the whole downtown of LA had been taken over by tents and baskets and porta potties, and which is and the mayor won't let the people, the police, move anybody's stuff because it's deemed personal property, even though it's a tent and a basket, a Walmart shopping cart sitting on the middle, in the middle of the road. So it's just pretty much been taken over. It's weird that they haven't gotten more attention like they like in Portland. I guess because Portland took over a police station too. That's probably why. But just the mayor's unwillingness to interject and do something there. Her answer was put porta potties down there. Well, if you're really trying to stop a virus, probably letting the most unhealthy people in the city all congregate in one area is probably not the best way to stop a virus.
No.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Have you ever guys read? Any of you guys read any of Stephen King's books?
I watched some of his movies. I don't know how to read.
You that's some Chicago high schools.
I know how to eat, obviously. Hey, who else has gained weight during the COVID virus? I gained about 25 pounds. Shout out to Ashley Van Heisen. Shout out to Ashley because Wednesday, actually starting tomorrow, be my personal trainer, and we're meeting up at 10:30 to get my food prepared and all that. So got to get back into that shape. Shout out! You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody because I got two of my really good friends on here. We'll get back to you too, Steph. I'm not trying to override you, but two of my really good friends here, and I can't think of a better place and time to announce it. Next season, I will be on Chicago Fire. Shout out to Chi-Town. Get some back to the city.
No. Shout out to the Hundreds. Riverdale. Shout out to Riverdale. Shout out to Riverdale.
Shout out to Katrina Green.
Shout out to Riverdale. Yeah,
so, they're not big. They're not going to let me. They watch my show, and they realize that I'd be a good guy to stand in the background and not talk. So I will be an extra on Chicago Fire next year. But hey, anything to be involved in, something a little bit different for me, and I appreciate the opportunity. Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD are all the same producer, Rick Wolf, and I'll get involved. Actually, a kid that I used to watched grow up since he was actually a baby. Mr. Box, he is one of the main characters on Chicago Fire and Chicago Med. He's one of the ambulance drivers. He's done very well for himself. So shout out to him. He's coming from the same neighborhood, same church. Good looking kid. He's got a bright future ahead of him. But so I get the opportunity to do something a little different. And I'm blessed, man. Just everything that in the darkest hour, like I said, this has been the absolute roughest year of my life. I didn't even know what depression was, man, until a year ago. Really, it was a year ago, 2 days ago when I found out some really bad information. And man, I never knew what depression, but not real depression was. As a kid, I cried over a girlfriend or a wife or two, but I never, man. And but through the darkness I will rise. And things that I've talked about, and I finally get to really explore my options and do different things, and it's great, man. Just blessed, so blessed. I just and this even this being shut down and locked up, man, it gave me, if this had not happened, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with my dad growing up, and in my early years, I got really busy trying to make $1 million, and then I went down to Texas, and so I didn't really see him then, and man, this last year, I've been able to just I built a temporary studio in his old shop, and I've gotten to spend a lot of time with him running around and doing things. And so, there's a silver lining to everything. And anybody who hasn't seen that movie, actually, I just said that, Silver Linings. It's got Bradley Cooper, amazing movie. Jennifer Lawrence. It's actually about two people that are suffering from depression, and it's actually a really good movie, because we're all a little nuts.
Yeah, I believe.
Whether you want to admit it or not, we're all a little nuts.
I believe. Listen, I believe mental health is a big issue, man. It goes unnoticed every day, man. You know what I'm saying?
Huge.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And the one thing we need to, with the program and the brand that we're pushing, I think we should do something for mental health too. You know what I'm saying? Because it does go unnoticed.
Well, if you guys keep me sane on this trip, then you're doing a lot for mental health. Anything you wanna plug there?
Yeah, I'll say that I'm in Houston. The background right there, that's H-Town.
Okay.
Say that again.
So my whole thing about everything that I said earlier is brought me back to the core reason and why I'm going with, you know, the creative arts and being able to take myself out of a corporate job and just tell my story, but honestly to make sure that my family knows that I'm here for them, because I've left Texas so many times to be in California. If it was San Diego or Los Angeles, I just really, really cultivated and adapted being there for so long that I try to make it home, but it's still not home because family's here. And the fact that I'm back in Houston, pushing my production company to tell my stories, to show you my family, to show you my friends and my lifestyle, I think that you will want to stay around for that. So I'm ready, and I'm glad y'all got me on here because I'm opening up. I'm getting loose.
It's awesome, man. Can you tell us everybody how they can find you and where they can watch you and follow you?
Yeah, you can stick to the original Imagine D. It's Imagine spelled IMAGINE, and then that's a DEE. Imagine D. I'm on Imagine D on everything, and then I'm DePaul St.James. So you'll see my credit
below. There'll be a link below for everybody to catch it. Two-step. We know that you don't follow. You don't have followers on the phone. You just got Izell to follow you around the street, so we don't need to know where to follow you.
You can follow me. You can follow me on Why Not Media. Why Not Media on Instagram. Why Not Media? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's awesome. Man, it's been great having both of you on today. I appreciate that you even want to be on with me, man. And you're always welcome. Always welcome on the show anytime you want. You got something to spit, or you got something to that you want to talk about. Definitely reach out, man. We'd love to have you again. Please definitely check you out Thursday. I'd like to hear your opinion on our conversation with Ron Freeman.